far can art take you?
Trying to get a lift east.
Are you headed west by chance, dude? No.
Two artists have 40 days to cross the United States. They start with just $1.
$1.
And right across America, they must rely on their artwork to pay for every meal, every ride, every bed for the night.
Yeah, I wonder why I did this whole project.
They may not cross more than 3 state lines in a week.
Come on, buddy.
And when their journey ends, they must fill a gallery with their work.
It's a lot of white space.
The winner is the artist with the greatest takings. The loser hands over every last cent from the trip.
This is a great and horrendous and beautiful and horrible trip.
Their journey is the art of survival. Their journey is Artrace. Previously on Artrace,
Ben, if you'll sketch a picture of the building, we'll put you up for the night.
That's amazing.
Ben hit the jackpot in Mississippi with a casino art trade worth $1,500.
Eat that, Kenny.
What kind of dollars do you place upon that piece of work?
But it's Kenny who's at the top of his game.
2,500 is what comes to my mind.
Sold.
Done.
For the first time in the race, he's ahead of Ben by over $200. Kenny, flush with cash, has reached Salina, Kansas.
So I'm in the hotel outside of Salina, Kansas, and the crew just met a truck driver that seems very cool. So I haven't met him yet, but I think he may be able to get me toward Colorado for as long or as little as I want to go. So he seems cool. Looks like a nice old truck too. Old school, but really deluxe.
Meanwhile, Ben has traveled over 2,300 miles to Philadelphia, Mississippi.
I had a wonderful, wonderful night here at the casino, and I did a wonderful sketch to pay for my $1,500 accommodations. Fewer lines, speak more, stronger.
I'm Kenny.
I'm Mac.
Nice to meet you, Max.
So they took all your credit cards away from you?
They took all my money,
and they're making hitchhike across the United States.
I've been hustling with art. That's been my art hustle. Yeah. Trying to do art for people in exchange. So I'll do, if you take me a lift down the road, I'll definitely do a drawing for you.
Oh, no problem.
Awesome. It's my first ride in a big rig truck. My driver, Mac, ends up being quite the trucking ambassador.
A truck driver job, as far as I'm concerned, is just as important as being a doctor, a lawyer, a dentist. Everything that's on the back of these trucks is used on an everyday basis. Milk, food, gasoline, supplies, materials. I mean, you name it.
One of the things I enjoy most about this trip is getting a glimpse into other people's worlds. This is pretty nightmarish, trying to draw in a shaky cab. But Max seems pretty happy with the result. I decide to roll about 240 miles with Mac, all the way to Goodland, Kansas. Now I could probably ride with him all the way to Denver, but the rules of the race are such that I can only cross 3 state lines in a single week.
Okay.
So ready to head out?
Do it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
The casino gave me the best room ever, and I had a full night's sleep for the first time in a long time. I got talking to a guy at the front desk named Sherman, who is a native Choctaw and one of the coolest guys I had met. Sherman said he would take me to Naniwaya, a sacred mountain of his people. This seemed like such a great offer. I had to take it.
Pretty nice up there, huh?
It's great. And you said this down here would have been a town?
And it's been a village right here. All right here was a bit village.
Wow. I think the privilege that I've had on this trip is you have the chance to to sort of meet someone like Sherman in this place where you would never expect that a day later we'd be out here on a hilltop together. I have realized that I don't really care so much whether I win or lose a competition. I think, you know, Kenny might be having the same experience. He might be like, I'm winning because of my experiences, and I feel like I'm winning because of mine. I just feel like, how could he be topping, you know, a day like this? But maybe he is, so I don't know. It's become a different kind of competitiveness. I just am looking for better experiences than him.
I felt terrible, but my portrait was not matching the occasion.
I can't show this picture to Sherman because I did such a stereotypical Native American face on a mountaintop. It would be embarrassing.
What, big chin and big nose?
It was embarrassing. I had to cover it up quickly. I'll work on something better for you. That was terrible.
It's so embarrassing. This guy's taken me all these miles, and now he must think I'm a complete jerk. Sometimes the pressure of art race seems to help me, and other times it gets me totally stuck.
Mac and I make it through the flatlands all the way to Goodland, Kansas. Hey, thank you, man. This has been great.
My brother.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And good luck. Good luck. Be safe.
All right, thank you.
After handing Mac a little memento of our time together, I walk a couple miles to see the town's main attraction. It's billed as the world's largest easel, an idea by this Canadian artist, Cameron Cross. I mean, this thing is surreal. It's this huge canvas in the middle of nowhere. I'm also starting to think about my final show in Los Angeles and how I have to have some work that is not just for trade along the way. A miniature version of Van Gogh's Sunflowers must be able to attract a buyer.
Sherman takes me one more leg of the trip, and I'm thinking, okay, I have one more chance to do this portrait right.
So that little guy folds out. It's wet, so you don't want to do that yet, but that's how that thing works.
That's awesome, man. Don't make me cry in a little bit. I'll probably cry when y'all leave.
It's really been great.
It's cool, man.
I really appreciate everything. And don't get back to work late.
All right.
And drive safe.
I've just realized I have about 15 days to get back to New York. I'm starting to freak out a little. Maybe one of these truckers is my answer. I decided the first thing I needed was a sweet sign. I'm using here some jelly beans and some, I don't even know what you call those, big orange peanuts. I went for the biggest, brightest candy I could find, and this is what I'm going with. This would probably be a lot cheaper than art materials and a lot brighter. And you can eat them on the way if you run out of food. So it's survival tactics. This might be the craziest idea of the trip. I mean, ride to East? It doesn't even make sense.
Here we go. Here we go. Read that. Woo!
These truckers definitely think I'm some kind of lunatic.
Take me east. East. Come on, take me with you.
And then just when I think I've reached my all-time low, the candy starts dripping. It seriously can't get any worse than this.
Looks like a bloody 2. Looks like a ride without an eye. I honestly don't think I'd help a guy out in this situation. The one thing I've learned on this trip is if something's not working, it's craziness to keep trying it. You just gotta go for something totally different and new. I got a quick question for you. Is there be any way that I could radio in on your CB and let them know that I was looking for a ride out of here?
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Try it? Oh, great, that'd be awesome.
One of the things I assumed before I started Art Race was that I'd be starved the whole time. I could not have been more wrong. I've been getting stuffed every step of the way. People are like, when are you gonna eat? How are you gonna eat? You may not eat ever again. Better take this food. And people just keep shoving food in my face, and I'm I'm like, thank you, you're right. I might not ever eat again. And I keep just, every meal is like I'm eating it like it's my last. And I've just been absolutely gorging myself. It's taken a toll. Probably gonna have to get my stomach, arteries declogged when I get home. I mean, in a lot of these small towns, this is what they do. They do diner food. Maybe there's only one restaurant and a burger's the best thing on the menu. So you have to sort of, at some point, you just have to succumb to it. Enjoy it. That's what you get.
Break 19. This is Ben. I'm looking for a ride out of Meridian.
Nobody say anything?
Nobody. I'll try one more time. Breaker 19, this is Ben. I'm trying to get a ride east as far as I can go so I don't lose to my competitor. This is my last shout out. Fantastic. Woo-hoo-hoo! Going to Atlanta. All right. And then out of nowhere, Tony arrives, my savior from Miami. Get out of here before they... I was about to give up, and I got real lucky. Thanks, man.
You're welcome. I think it was that desperate cry for help you were talking about. Help me, please.
The desperation in my voice you could hear towards the last call. Tony's willing to take me 300 miles, and I'm back on track. We drive all night long and arrive in Tucka, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta, at like 2:30 in the morning. 20, 40. It's super late, and I don't even have money for a hotel. 80. In fact, I don't have money for anything. The producer doesn't want the responsibility of me sleeping on the street, so I'm offered one night in the crew vehicle, and I decide to take her up on it.
I woke up this morning definitely refreshed, ready to hit it. I had a great conversation with a friend last night, and Susan said that you got to go out and win this thing. It might be easy to get complacent if I have a few dollars in my pocket, and I have to remember this is a race. I have to remember my competition was picked for a reason. So I can't get complacent, I can't get soft. I covered a lot of distance yesterday with Mac, but today I'm deciding to push on. Yeah. Hopefully all the way to Colorado. Thanks. More than ever, I'm really curious as to how my competition's doing. No. He could be thousands of miles ahead. He could be thousands of dollars up. I have no idea. All I know now is I have to keep pushing, heading west, and I've got to make money.
This is definitely against Artrace rules, but I got a text from my friend Ben in New York. He's checked out the blog, and Kenny's made a huge art sale. Yeah, I found out the bad news. All I know is my friend told me to rob a bank. I said, what does that mean? He goes, Kenny's doing well. I was feeling kind of lazy, and now I realize that I really have to bump it up to take this guy in the end. Man, I don't even really know where to begin in this old town. I'm feeling useless. In some ways, this is great, because now I know something about Kenny. Although, on the other hand, I definitely don't want to know Kenny's doing this well. I don't feel great about my next move, but I had to get away from the cameras for a little while. So I go to a place where I know the cameras can't follow me, a strip club.
My mantra on this trip has been, when in doubt, paint something. Thank you so much.
See you later.
And this is what I end up doing when dropped off at yet another gas station. This time it's in Burlington, Colorado, just down the road from Goodland. And I like the idea of making something so mundane like a gas station look beautiful. Doing a painting with the storm approaching may not be my wisest plan, but I'm hoping it will lead to something, a ride, a trade, anything.
Okay, it's a little embarrassing, but I spent about 4 hours in the strip club. I was super frustrated, as you might remember, when I walked in there, and things were not going my way. I don't know, I just decided I needed a rum and coke, so I went in, and I had a rum and coke, and I met Isa, and I did a little sketch for Isa, which is right there. She didn't like my drawing, however, but I'm used to that at this point. Then I met Sky. Let's see, that's the sketch I did for Sky right there. And when they found out that I was an artist, they gave me this, and this, and this, and this. They fed me. I've had a burger, I've had free drinks, and a few lap dances. Something really good has come out of this whole thing. One of the girls, Sky, whose real name is Ethel, volunteers to model for me the next day. And if she likes the sketches, she might even drive me east out of Tucker. The only problem is, I don't have a location for the life drawing session. My only choice here is to get a really, really cheap hotel and hopefully use that as my life drawing studio in the morning. I'm just a little wary because if it all falls through and I've paid for a hotel room and then she doesn't show up in the morning, that would be a bummer. So I'm really hoping that she's serious in her answer, and then I'll go ahead and do that. Hey, here's where I get a much-needed break. The wing guy from across the street has offered me dinner, and he's given me a ride to the hotel. Just cut right here.
Hours of painting at the gas station yield nothing. My only choice at this point is to start hitchhiking again. My fear is it's getting late, and I'm scared no one's gonna pick up a hitchhiker. Fortunately, I get a break. Woo! I was about to give up hope. Tell me your name.
I'm Shannon.
Shannon, I'm Kenny.
Hi, Kenny.
It's a fantastic ride. Shannon drives me about 80 miles west on the I-70 to a small town called Lyman, Colorado. And when I get there, I'm just gonna collapse. I am dead tired. I woke up this morning feeling really, really good, and I'm just so exhausted now. I'm tired, but I have some money, so why don't I just rest, right? But that's not an option. We have to keep going, and so the challenge for me right now is to stay hungry and to stay motivated. I have no idea how I'm going to keep up this level of enthusiasm for the next 2 weeks. And then, in addition, as burned out as I feel now, how am I going to roll after Vegas through the desert, roll into LA, and then mount a show, and then actually have the exhibition and be excited about it and have the energy that I want to have. Oh man, this is draining.
So I'm in the hotel room that I splurged for last night, and Ethel, stage name Sky, is on her way over. I'm honestly a little bit nervous, slightly nervous. It's just, I don't know, I guess always has that feeling when doing, I don't know, nude drawings in your hotel room. Hey, how are ya?
Fine, and you?
Good. Thank you for coming. Good to see you. Let's see. This is what I was thinking. What we're gonna do is probably close the door and use the light coming in that window. Yeah. What'd your boyfriend say to this?
Let's see. He was just like, well, if it's what you want to do, then I really don't have a say. Just make sure you're safe.
Good.
So.
Good. There's a real pressure to sketch well. I mean, there always is, but especially when you're doing a life drawing. It's also totally strange to see Ethel in my hotel room and out of her normal context. You said that you had done some print modeling?
Yeah, just pin-up type style work and stuff like that. Too short to do high fashion or runway.
But you have the athlete thing going, which I would think for the right...
Like a fitness model
Yeah.
behind the people on those little stools that they're stepping up on. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4.
I do feel a little awkward about sketching Ethel topless, but it helps that she's not nervous at all. I really start to ease into the drawing, and I can feel like we're both enjoying this time. Yeah, I like that now. I'll look like that. Yeah, great. The hotel was definitely worth the extra money, but there was one topic I hadn't quite brought up with Ethel. Is home east of here, by any chance?
I can probably take you to the end of 78. I know that that's going east. I can do that.
Yeah, that would be fantastic if you don't mind.
All
That'd be
right,
really
then
good.
let's get to it.
At this point in the race, I am utterly exhausted. I've had almost 4 weeks on the road, and I've had to hustle for every meal, bed, and ride, and I need a rest.
But anyway,
My plan is to reach Carbondale, Colorado. I have an aunt and uncle living there, and I just want to relax and hole up for a couple days. In return for Shannon's kindness, I attempt another in-car portrait. This is never ideal. I'm trying to do this drawing, and it's just not working. I think I'm gonna have to wait. I'm too close. I can't see your eyes. So you know what? I'm gonna do this at lunch.
oh my God, that is bad. Put it away. I don't ever want to see that.
Exactly. We cover about 120 miles before hitting Idaho Springs, about halfway to Carbondale. And when we stop for lunch, I have another try at the portrait. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Feels good to be in Colorado, I'll tell you that right now. I'm now only a couple hours from my aunt and uncle's house, and all I can think about is a respite from the road. I think right now it's important for me to recharge my batteries. My aunt and uncle's place is one of my favorite places in the world, and I passed up. I haven't seen any friends on this trip. I've been circumnavigating around. I love Chicago, but I stayed away from it. I love a lot of things that I have skipped on this trip in the spirit of the adventure. It's been pretty breakneck pace up till now, so maybe this is my pause.
It was really great of Ethel to give me a ride up the road because I knew she had to get back for work. Oh, and I don't want to forget. Thank you.
Not a problem.
That was awesome. Bye. That
Bye.
was really fun.
It was really fun.
So, hang your drawing there somewhere.
I am.
Okay, good.
I don't know if I want to put it in the house or in my locker.
Oh, could go in the locker. That would be a compliment. Oh well, she was a keeper. Too bad. Shoot. It's painful. Painful trip I'm taking. Okay. Maybe I can get a ride in that. Sometimes when you ask for exactly what you want, you get exactly what you want. Athens. Are you, by any chance, heading in that direction? Sure enough, I met Harry, and Harry offered me a ride the next 30 miles that I have to go, and he bought me a cola slushie. So today might be one of the best days of the trip so far. Naked bottles and Porsches is really the way I like to go about my day. This will be my first sports car experience. This is really gorgeous.
Thank you.
Harry Gary drives me 30 miles east in serious style. We're headed to Athens, Georgia, the next largest town on the map. I've only got 40 bucks in my pocket at this point, but somehow arriving in a Porsche makes everything all right.
This guy, Greg, he gives me a ride all the way to Glenwood Springs. And from there, I catch a bus about 20 miles up valley to Carbondale. Almost home. Well, home being my uncle's place. I've spent a lot of time here. It's almost like a second home. And we're very close now. Come downstairs, come downstairs. Hola! Finally, I make it. It's utter relief.
Yippee!
Yay! I made it.
Come in!
I know Kenny's out in front here, but there's still a long way to go. It's not over yet.
Next time on Art Race, Ben and his artwork get stuck in Georgia. While Kenny is reaching for the skies.
Very excited.